they're not on a train by day's end, it will cause a delay all down the line. Finally, an hour later, there's some good news on the phone.
Well, it looks like he's got his signal. He's getting ready to pull forward. There we go.
Now the pressure's on the yard crew. They've got just 6 hours, not the regular 8, to load the containers onto the trains. That means it's time for the Rocky Quintana Show. A longshoreman since 1998, Rocky needs all her bravado to handle one of the most dangerous jobs on the waterfront. To secure the top containers to the bottom ones, she has to insert a locking mechanism at each corner.
We have to go from car to car, jumping up and down on the rails, so you have to be in pretty good shape to do this job.
With containers dropping all around her, Rocky is in effect playing in traffic.
You have to stay focused because one false move, or if you're preoccupied, that can mean today you're not going to go home.
By lunchtime, Rocky and the gang have loaded only half the day's quota. Rail Superintendent Tony Castaneda is worried.
And after lunch, we will finish loading the rest of this train and load the second train for the Burlington and Santa Fe. So we're really up against the gun still.
Back on board the Hanjin Washington, Superintendent Jeff has his own worries. His crew's been working as fast as safely possible, but with less than 25 hours to go, he's behind schedule.
It's right about 5 o'clock right now. It's going to be a real rough finish, I'm thinking right now. It's going to be tight.
If he can't figure out a way to get more containers off and on board quicker, his ship may not sail on time. Meanwhile, at the Odense shipyard, work on the new megaship has reached a critical stage. They must attach the bulb-shaped structure to the ship's bow, where it will reduce the impact of oncoming waves. Who's the crew that's going to handle all this heavy lifting? One man, Stefan Rennevold, with a little more help from the big crane.
Right now we're gonna lift the section up and turn it 45 degrees and then put it on the ship.
Stefan radios to Keld, high up in the big crane, to start lifting. All's going according to plan, until Stefan notices something wrong. The welders forgot to cut off 2 extra steel beams. So Stefan has to light up. That's tons of steel dangling over his head. He's got a lot of trust in the crane operator. Now they can swing the wave breaker into place. pieces can finally be welded together. It's the enormous size and scale of these ships that makes them so difficult to build and such a problem for ports like Long Beach. To accommodate the new vessels, it's not enough to just buy some new cranes. The whole harbor is going to need a major makeover to the tune of $2 billion. The Port Authority is extending Pier T by 3 football fields so that it can provide room for a total of 4 megaships. And that means a whole lot of work for the dredging crew.
We just dig, and that's what we do, and we like it.
Dredge foreman Curtis Sands and his crew have to dig up hundreds of thousands of tons of mud and sand to deepen the channel to 55 feet. Otherwise, the megaships would scrape bottom. When work's done, Pier T will be the first at Long Beach designed for the megaships. Those ships will send more containers to the rail yard, which already has its hands full. A derailment brings work to a standstill.
They changed this wheel, and I don't think they set it down on the track, and so when they pulled on it, it pulled right off the track. They drug it about, I don't know, 1,000 yards. Luckily, the engineer was watching his mirror, and he saw smoke coming out, and he stopped the train.
Charlotte, at this point in time, changed the set of wheels and didn't set the wheels back down onto the track. So we've got a derailment.
They'll have to lift the derailed car off the track so that the train can get moving again. The delay will cause Tony's crew to fall short of the day's quota of 530 moves.
I thought we had salvaged the day. We're only maybe 70 moves short of a regular day. Today's been an excellent day. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take tomorrow off.
Luckily, a shortfall this size won't slow down work on the Hanjin Washington, where Jeff and his crew are nearing the end of their 8-hour shift. They've managed to offload and reload their quota of containers. If the night crew can just keep up the pace, the Hanjin Washington may sail away tomorrow on time. But that's a big if.